Hello, group Pyrite. So as you can see, I added a couple of things here. For whatever reason, even though we do have Pyrite as the overall energy for readings, I felt the need to, I really felt the need to bring some red, even though you've got a lot of gold coloring like red. I just felt, so I pulled the Mother Mary Oracle. We're going to actually pull a card from this one. Again, I felt like I really needed it for the reading. And then I think we're going to use the Book of Shadows Tarot for the reading itself. And then if we have time, we'll pull some charms. So let me show you what the Book of Shadows Tarot looks like. It's the As Above, So Below edition, 2 decks. And like I say, I just felt the need to really bring some red into the reading. So we're gonna light a couple of candles, and then this, my little spray, pink zebra spray here, this was actually a gift from my friend Nay. And it's sugared pomegranate, I think is the name of the scent or something. I don't know. All I know is that I just felt like it needed to be brought into this reading as well for whatever reason. So let me get the candles lit. So let's get started. Oh man, I don't want to start a fire with that one, but we need to move it over. Let's put it over here. Okay. Let me give the cards a quick shuffle. Hopefully you can hear everything well. If I go through and record these readings and find out that you can't hear me, that sucks. Because quite literally, I recorded one earlier that happened with, so we'll find out. Take a minute to breathe with me. So these readings are meant to be general in nature and timeless. No specific sign or signs attached. However, if I do, call out a specific sign and it resonates with your story, then it's just a confirmation for you. If I say things like feminine, masculine, she, her, him, please keep in mind it's just energy. I don't mean specific genders. And conversely, I am an intuitive reader. I do not read the cards based on their general meaning. I read based on the images and how I feel. Based on the images first, then I incorporate the meaning, the traditional meaning of the cards into the reading. So if I am looking at a card and there is a female or a feminine depicted, I am going to say things like she, her, female, woman. Please don't be offended by that. I do not mean any offense by it. It's just simply, for purposes of, these readings, there's only so much time that I have to explain things in these readings. So it's just expediency. Energy is energy. All humans carry an equal amount of both masculine and feminine energy, and anybody that tells you otherwise is full of shit. It's just a natural part of life to carry a balance of both, and you should be in balance with both. All right. If you're interested in astrology, please follow me on my other channel here on YouTube, Kiss My Astrology. I'll leave a link in somewhere, either in the description or somewhere here in the video. I periodically will do live personal mini reads, meaning I will go live and I will offer free personal mini readings. And when I say mini readings, they are very mini. However, in order for you to participate in that, you'll need to follow me on Facebook, because the only place that I will put that notification is on Facebook, on my business page there, which is Missy's Essential Tarot. All right. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Help me get the word out, because this is a new channel. And I'm sure there are other people who, would like a reading that might be interested in this. Okay, let's take a minute to breathe, and then I'll go ahead and pull one of these into raw energy. Take a minute to think about your situation or your question. Okay, so pyrite. Let's talk about the energy of pyrite. First of all, this is obviously solar plexus and solar energy in and of itself. I guess that's the best picture we're going to get of this card, but that's okay. So the keywords on the card are spark of life. And I got to be honest with you, this gold and red together, there's just something about this combination that just feels really, really good to me. I'm not sure why I felt the need to combine the two, but it makes me feel very alive, awake, aware. Spark of life being the keywords that would just play right into it, along with the scent that came through. Like, I really felt called to use this scent here. I believe it's a pomegranate scent, which again, pomegranates are, the seeds of the pomegranate are very representative of divine feminine energy. And this is the Mother Mary Oracle. So there's something there that is connected to this reading, and the pyrite itself, the energy of the sun, clarity, joy, children. The sun, it rules the 5th house in astrology, which is the house of romance, children, sexuality, or, sometimes the passion that leads to sex. Fun, all of the things that you do that are creative. And this can be actual like art, or it can just be, creating a meal, creating life, creating a home, creating an income, creating peace, creating joy. There's something very, very just joyful all the way around in this color combination that felt the need to come through. So, however that resonates for you, maybe red and gold are your favorite colors. Maybe they're your best colors. Maybe you really enjoy the combination, around your house. Or also, one thing I am feeling, I think red and gold it's a combination for royalty in certain traditions. I believe Asian traditions it is. And if I'm not mistaken, red is the color of marriage, or the color that, in some traditions, the wedding dress would be red. All right, so let's see what the message is here. Wow. One more. So what I'm going to do with this particular card is we're going to pull the card. I'm going to show it face up, and then I'm actually going to read from the book at the end of the reading. So And there we go. So we have Our Lady of Comfort, and it is card number 43. Look at the red on her robes too, the red and the blue together. I don't know, there's just something about that combination as well. So this could be two people coming together. I do have to say it feels it feels like a friendship, but we'll see what else is coming through. Some sort of partnership that is based in like deep, real friendship. There's a lot of intuition attached to this as well, because of the blue in her robes. Maybe one person is extremely intuitive and the other is very compassionate and passionate at the same time. I'm seeing roses in her gown here, and so this feels more like not just compassion, but like empathy. So this could be somebody who is an empath and has their own spiritual gifts because of the roses, their own spiritual psychic gifts, but maybe it's like a different type where this is more, like I say, in terms of like empathy, empathy, compassion, support. Mutual respect. It just feels very, very solid. And then look, you've got the crone of earth, but look at the way, I don't know, there's just something about the way that she's depicted. She looks very regal, right? I don't know. I feel like this is like friendship, like real solid friendship. Based on like mutual respect, and like I feel like both sides would hold themselves in this way, right? They would have this type of class. So anyway, let's see if we can get some more energies on this. Like and I actually, you know what I'm going to do, instead of using this deck the way that it's intended, which is that the as above deck is typically intended for, you know, your subconscious or the 5D. And the so below deck would be used for, you know, the material world or the 3D reality. I'm actually going to use this as two people because we do have two people in this card. And I do feel like this is some sort of partnership that's based on a deep respect, compassion, and friendship. So I'm going to use the blue deck to represent the woman with the blue gown, and I'm going to use the green deck to represent the woman with the red gown. Now, as you heard me explain before, when I say woman, I'm not saying that you have to be a woman. If you're a man and you're watching this, you know, don't shut the video off just because I said woman. I'm using that illustration to be able to explain to you how I'm feeling the energies. So where this side feels very compassionate and empathetic, I feel like that is why we need the green deck, because this would be a heart chakra like color. Green is the color of healing, which would very much tie into compassion, right? Being very loving, supportive. And on this side, I feel that the blue here is representing like real psychic powers. There's a lot of wisdom and serious, like whoever this side is, they they probably have like visions or are a medium or something where they've got solid power here. They've learned how to tap into that. And so this blue corresponds to that perfectly. All right. Now that I've explained that, let's do two separate piles. So we want to ask first, what's going on with our blue lady here? And I don't know why I'm drawn to her first. I just am. I may or may not get to charms in this reading. It just depends on how long it is. All right, so what's going on with our blue lady? Well, we've got the Sun card coming out like very first thing. I mean, it's like the most positive card in the deck, really. It's all about joy, happiness, summertime, children, like, literally good days at the beach. Let's see what else is going on. And then here's our Crone of Earth again. There she is. Okay. So funny. Look at, we've got the Ten of Swords on the bottom of the deck, and look what she's doing. She's reading cards. So funny. So I wonder if whoever this person is, if they possibly read cards. We're going to actually leave that one there. I don't want to go too far in the bottom of the deck, although we do have some positive. Hold on. Yeah, it's basically positive. I mean, really. And then we've got the Empress. Yeah, this is all positive. The Hierophant, Ten of Pentacles. Oh my God, Page of Pentacles. Okay, we might just. So I'm going to leave these three here, but we're going to go a little bit deeper for Madame in Blue. Okay, so we have the Four of Swords, which is about like, rest, recuperation, or healing. And then we have the Nine of Cups and the Three of Wands, connected to that. So they would actually go in this order, or if you were to put them underneath, just like this, to make a 9-card spread, that would put the Nine of Cups in the center, right? And then you go like this to fill that out, which puts you as the final or outcome card. And actually, I was wrong. I'm reading this as the Nine of Pentacles. This is actually the Nine of Swords, but you have the Empress right next to it with the Hierophant and the Ten of Pentacles. So even I'm reading this as the Nine of Pentacles, and I feel like I should be reading this as the Nine of Pentacles, even though it's in traditional tarot, the meaning of the Nine of Swords would be something like worry, anxiety, and depression. Like I said, I read intuitively. I don't read like just based on the traditional meaning. So for me, this looks like the Nine of Pentacles. It's a tree, and there's fairies flying all over this tree. And this tree looks like it's been there for a while. There's even there's a noose hanging from one end, but it's obviously been there for a while. So I feel like it is something solid. And so that means whatever this outcome is, there's obviously been some sort of pain for this blue woman. But at the center of her reading, she has the Nine of Cups, which is like wish fulfillment, happiness. Her reading starts with the Sun card, which is the Nine of Cups on steroids, right? So we're beginning the reading with something very positive. I think whoever this woman in blue is, she is, right now she's doing very well. Like even with this Ten of Swords, I feel like the reason that she's so intuitive is because she reads cards probably, or maybe even more than that, but she reads cards, whoever she is, and she's doing and feeling and looking well. She's, got the Nine of Cups here in the center. You do have the Three of Wands in the reverse. So this talks about taking a break from trying to achieve your wishes, only because like you've given up on like waiting for your ships to come in, because that's really, this is waiting energy when it's in the upright. It's saying you're still waiting for something to manifest, for your abundance to come in. But when it's in the reverse, like you're not waiting anymore. You know, there's no more, you don't have the patience to sit there and wait. So you're moving on, right? So where we see all in this row, this is where we have the negative or lower vibrational energy being the 9 of Swords and the 10 of Swords. They don't on the surface look negative, right? It actually looks like there's something solid here with this 9 of Swords, because you've got this tree that's obviously been here for a while, but there's pain attached to it. So maybe this person in blue has had a lot of painful things from their childhood, right? That, you know, now they're healing through spiritual work, possibly reading cards for themselves. And, you know, that's where they're building all of this intuition and psychic power that's showing up on the robe surrounding them, right? But at this point, it's like they're tired of waiting for more than likely the people in their surroundings or in their family who have caused pain or whatever in some way to like come around or whatever, that like you're tired of waiting for that to happen. I'm not going to sit here and wait for somebody to come in and make things right anymore. I'm going to heal myself. And so because of that, you've got the Empress, the Hierophant, and then the 10 of Pentacles. So even though this is, you know, kind of worry and stress energy, it's still solid, and all of this follows. Okay. So this is what's happening here with our blue lady. Okay. And I'm going to try and like move this over. I don't know if I'm going to have room for both of these readings. Hold on. Let's see here. And I'm actually going to just kind of leave these here at the, actually we'll put them over here on the side. And let's hope I don't mess them up too much as I'm leaning. Okay. All right. So now let's see what's going on with our red lady, our empath. Got to get my chair situated. All right. Okay. Oh, we've got the 7 of Cups on the bottom of the deck. So the red lady has a choice to make, or choices to make. Let me see how many cards this is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, look at that. We've got the 10 of Cups to immediately start out this reading. And I don't know why, but for whatever reason, I feel like it needs to kind of go like this. All right. Okay. So our red lady has a choice to make, or our compassionate person has a choice to make, probably with in terms of a relationship. I say that because we have the 10 of Cups sitting on top of the 4 of Cups. So let me do this like this. I'm trying to mess this up. All right. So the 10 of Cups, as you can see, it depicts a wedding in progress, right? So this is about a marriage, a partnership, a commitment in some way. More than likely, this is romantic or friendship. And I do think that it's based on friendship, like a deep, abiding friendship. But for whatever reason, this side over here has a choice to make in a relationship that has kind of gotten really boring, like ho-hum. Like here's the person that they're with offering their love, and look at her, she's like, whatever. whatever. Okay. I'm just so over it. So that's kind of where, and I think that's why the red lady has a choice to make. So here's the past energy. And this is where we have the Queen of Swords and the Two of Swords. So you see there's some sort of exchange happening. I always see this Queen of Swords here as a job interview. I'm not going to lie to you. Even every time I even try to explain it in terms of a romantic situation, I still always see it as a job interview. So I don't know, maybe this is something where you're, red compassionate lady or person is in a relationship, but meet someone on the job and they're like, man, I'm not happy in this relationship here. I've met someone on the job and this is, leading me to have to make a decision, which is what the Two of Swords is about. Typically though, the Two of Swords, she'll have the swords crossed over her chest, meaning that she's trying to block out what she already knows because she doesn't want to see the truth or she doesn't want to have to make that choice. But as you can see from this particular card, her arms are open. Right? She's got the vulnerable area of her abdomen, her chest, everything wide open and willing. So she's just trying to make a choice between two sides. You see the fairies on either hand here. That's the choices that she needs to make. So maybe again, you met somebody on the job and now you're like, man, maybe I got to rethink my relationship. Or you do have this could be a relationship that is a commitment or a contract that you have with a current job. Okay. And maybe this person over here is offering you a job in some way, right? And now you've got a choice to make where there's some worry attached. And I got to be honest, because I feel like the worry that's attached to it, or the fear, which is of what the energy is of the Nine of Swords, I think whatever this job is or this choice is, it's going to require you to have to move if you're the red person, right? The compassionate, empathetic, supportive, loving friend. Whatever this is, I think you'll have to relocate. It's going to be a whole new world for you. You're going to kind of feel like you're standing out in whatever this place is for whatever reason. I think there's going to be fear attached to it, but she's standing out and she's lit up gold. Look at that. Lit up gold, just like this pyrite here. So even though there's fear attached to this move, this change of location, this bigger city, because I think it is going to be like a city that you move to based on this, you're going to shine, whatever it is. Possibly that's the reason that this red and gold is here, this like royalty. You'll shine like royalty, or you'll be, if this is a job, you'll really be successful at what you do. But if this is a relationship where you're married, you're leaving one relationship because you've met somebody who's very spiritual, very in tune, very psychic, very in touch with who you are. And you're like, man, I just, I need to be with that person. I don't know why I chose this person over here, but I need to make this right. You might feel like a fish out of water, but ultimately you will shine. And it will be very successful, and it could lead to marriage because of the colors. Like I said, some traditions, this is, the colors of a wedding. Or if it's not a marriage, it could lead to a long-term business partnership that is also celebrated. So like I say, you do have the Seven of Cups on the bottom of the deck. So there is, and then you have, look at the Seven of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. And then look, the Eight of Wands, which is all about a lot of communication. The Six of Wands is climbing the mountain. But again, I think you'll be successful at it. And then we've got the Knight of Wands here, all positive movement, creative, fast energy, which is really good. All right. So I'm not sure how long this one has been recording, but because I think that it has actually taken a little bit longer than what I'd like, I'm going to read this card from the book just to kind of give it the final, last bit of message here. But I do have to say, with all of these cards overall, like, I do feel that, they're all positive. I do think there's going to be, like, a lot of work attached. It's going to be really, you're going to have to be really fast in the work, or, whatever it is that's going on, like it's going to happen quickly. But you're also ascending quickly. This is all fire energy right here, which is creative spirit energy. And it's all positive. The Six of Wands in particular is about recognition, which, like I said, I kind of already feel it right here with the World card, and the way that she's shining gold, just like this pyrite here. So there will be recognition attached to it, even if you feel fear. So let's go ahead and read the Our Lady of Comfort, and we'll go ahead and end this particular reading. All right, so that's number 43. I don't think I'm going to read the whole thing, only because, it's so big. It might take a few minutes, and we don't really want that. I think I'm just going to read the last portion. All right. Interesting. It says, even though you may not see me, I am holding your hand. Even though you may not hear me, I am speaking through your heart. I am never far away from you. I am by your side with love, guidance, and protection always. You are my own. I could not bear to be apart from you. Receive my message of comfort and peace now. It says, Our Lady of Comfort brings you angels of peace. She is at your side. If you have wondered if the divine is more real than you ever believed, if you have been in conscious divine connection, the oracle of Our Lady of Comfort confirms this. If you have been having the opposite experience, perhaps finding it difficult to feel lightness, joy, or happiness for some time, or finding it so hard to meditate or connect with yourself or your spiritual center, Our Lady is telling you she is still with you, and this time too shall pass. If you have been trying to be strong, perhaps for the benefit of others who are grieving or in stressful situations, or if you've been feeling alone, not really held or heard by others, this oracle comes with a particular message. The Divine Mother hears you, knows you, and loves you. She asks you to pray to her so that she may help you. Know that you may attract the comfort, connection, and support that you need, not only from spiritual sources, but also in human form in the material world. You are worthy of this support too, and she asks that you do not allow your strength to isolate you or prevent you from receiving the love that you need. Excuse me just for 1 second. Someone.
No, nothing. I just couldn't find the dogs.
They're right there.
Yeah, I see them now.
Okay.
I looked all over the yard and I couldn't find them.
Yeah, I let them in. They're right there.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
That's all right. I apologize for that. I'm probably going to cut that out. It was, it's just normal when you're, things interrupt sometimes. But anyway, okay, so the last little portion of this that I'm going to read says, if you have been in chronic pain, either emotional or physical, and are suffering without relief, or you know of someone in such a situation, please pray to the Divine Mother Mary, Our Lady of Comfort, to bring spiritual blessing and divine assistance or relief. The Divine Mother will offer what will most serve with mercy and compassion, and you can certainly pray for her help for yourself and others. If you are suffering a loss or disappointment, she comes to you specifically with this message. Sometimes there is sacrifice of what could have been on the altar of a different future. Oh, interesting. I feel like that one line right there particularly pertains to this reading. Okay, where was I? Grieve what has not come to pass, but know that there is plenty of life yet to be lived and dreams to be fulfilled. Those dreams may be fulfilled in a way that is surprising, or may yet be fulfilled in the way that you once imagined that they would. But divine timing is perfect and serves you. Receive her comfort and know that all is not lost. Okay. I don't really want to read anymore because it could go on forever and we just don't have that kind of time here. So I hope that helps. I'm going to go ahead and leave the reading here and we will move on to our next reading, which is Tanzanite.